To create this contour, we are going to use this MAC palette that has several tones of cream contours. And now we are going to use the one that best matches Isabella's skin tone. It cannot be a tone like that because it's not going to give the shadow effect. What are we going to do? We are going to draw an imaginary line. What do we want to do? Give an angle to this face. So we are going to draw an imaginary line from the tip of the ear towards the direction of the lip. And it comes more or less to here, this detail here of this, from this part of the face. So we're going to apply the product and we're going to do the same on the other side. Always at the start of the ear that we already have here, we go from here to the lip, towards the middle of our cheekbone, and I apply already giving light touches. You will realize that it does not leave a line. So when it comes to shading, it's going to be a little easier. So always apply the product by giving these light touches. So what are we going to do? There are many people who say, oh, refine my nose, I want my nose more slender. So we will start here from the beginning of the eyebrow and we will draw a line. Nice and thin, and we're going to leave that part we highlighted in the middle of the nose, which is the back, free, and we're going to make the edge towards the sides to perform the center of the nose and leave the nose very apparent and very thin. Here at the tip, we're only going to make this raised line, this application line. And this here is the basic. All you guys need to learn is this that I'm teaching you. Making that stroke on the nose that's like a shadow on the edges of the nose, and that's where we're going to highlight the center and give that aspect of a thinner nose. Now we come with the same sponge. Listen up, realize that this sponge is drop shaped or in the shape of an egg, but it's like a droplet. So I'm here to tell you that it's a format which is thinner at the tip because it is used to reach those places where they are more closed. So when we press, the tip can get into all the small places on the face. The side of it is used to blur the foundation, and I use the base of this sponge to be able to blur that outline. Why? If I use that background that's with the base, I damage the contour. So I always use the part of the background and we're going to give it light touches. Please gently enter those sponges, enter those hands in the face because it's something very subtle. If I press too hard, if I exert too much force, I'm going to erase the contour that I made. So what is this contour for? Let's find out. Depth in that face. And the face is going to look thinner now. If you can identify that it looks thinner, we're going to do it now on the other side. And on detail, we are always going to use this contour and we are going to apply it upwards, never downwards. If you blur it downwards, they will ruin the effect and it will be the opposite effect. Instead of highlighting the cheekbone and making it thinner, it will look ugly, it won't look harmonious, and it's going to look like the cheek has fallen. We always apply from the line we draw upwards, never downwards, and we take it here to the temples, which is this region here. This part that seems like a half moon that goes into the forehead and cheek, so we make these light touches. And now our contour is already shaded. And now we are going to use this brush, which is a slightly flatter brush. And we're going to drag that contour we made and we're going to subtly take it down. Never go beyond that line we made. That line that remains towards the back is what is going to make the nose look more refined. Then we're going to deform this line inward. To give that effect of a thinner nose, we bring the product, we drag it down. You guys are understanding. Let's make that subtle movement, subtlety on this side too. subtly. And we go outlining this contour. It's like we're shading the sides of the nose. In the nasal things, then we are going to achieve camouflage and hide that region where we want it to be less big. Cover the imperfection points. Everybody, always make it clear to your client that what you want to achieve is to refine and enhance the beauty of your client. You guys manage to perceive in the nose of having a much thinner aspect. Here where it is clearer, it gives the appearance that it is much thinner. I made a small correction. Why? I always have this habit of drawing this line, but it's a matter of personal preference.